Welcome to Arts, Food, and Fun TV. On this series, we highlight artists in all media, great restaurants, and special attractions on the Suncoast. Today, I am happy to introduce you to a very special photographer, a great Siesta Key restaurant, and a wonderful playhouse. So allow me to first introduce you to my guests. First, Sally Ullman.
Thank you, Bruce. I'm happy to be here.
Sally is a very well-known worldwide photographer. And then we have Gabe Garcia.
Hello, glad to be here, Bruce.
Glad to have you. Gabe is the co-owner of Miguels, which is a fantastic restaurant on Siesta Key.
Thank you.
And finally, we have Morgan Gerhart, Advancement Director for the Players Center for Performing Arts.
Hi, how are you? Happy to be here.
Happy to have you. So I'm going to start with Sally. Sally, first of all, I know also that you're known as an image through branding consultant. And I'm not familiar with that, but that's not really the reason that you're here to talk to us today. Today we are going to be talking about some of your photography. And I wonder if we could start. Could you please tell us a little bit about you?
Sure. I have a background. I went to college to be an artist. I am an artist. And I came out a photographer and started working in the publishing industry and became a photojournalist, traveled all over on assignment for national books and magazines, and then subsequently became a studio photographer, portrait studio owner, and now I'm on the Suncoast, bringing my work here. And it's varied. I divide my time between my personal travel work and the visual branding aspect of my professional photography business, and then also shooting on assignment.
That is quite the background.
Thank you.
Briefly, what is a image branding consultant? What does that mean exactly?
Okay, that's a very important aspect of business that people tend to kind of pigeonhole or cookie cutter themselves in their imagery for business. On the Suncoast, there are many businesses that are competitive, and you need to differentiate yourself. And the way that I approach that, and actually I trademark and copyrighted the visual branding with photography, is that I help people understand how to brand themselves. I create a portfolio of images for people that help them use different images that are more targeted to their business, both for website or blogging, networking, in any way that they're using imagery. This is a way to differentiate yourself. So it's very important, and it starts as a consultation with me.
So tell us about your photography work.
So in photography, I'm very excited to have the time now that I'm here on the Suncoast to approach my personal work, which is traveling. I very much like to travel to Africa, and then I like to present a show, because people say, how do I see your work? And unless you're a gallery artist, which I am not at this point, I don't know how else to share my work. So I have established a show presentation after the traveling that I do, and then I present a show or partial, this time a mix with video, to share with people the stories behind my photographs, because each photograph tells a story.
I think we want to show some of your photographs.
Oh, that would be great. Thank you.
So Sally, I know also you're really a lover of African wildlife. Why is that?
You know, people ask me that. I feel the need to protect them and contribute to the protection of wildlife. I'm particularly drawn to animals that stand the chance of extinction, or that are poached or are mistreated in some way. And certainly there's a lot of interest in helping the children in Africa as well. So my heart feels for that, but I'm a lover of animals. And before I went to college to be an artist, I wanted to be a veterinarian. So I just think it's a long history of loving animals.
Okay, I think we actually have a clip of
Great.
something from Africa. Let's see if we can look at that.
Thank you. That would be great.
I love lions. That's a great clip.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
What else would you like to share with us?
I think the greatest thing about sharing something about photography is how interested I am in educating people about the quality of photography. And when I started in the days of film and large format cameras, today everyone thinks they're a photographer because they have a cell phone. And I think it's my greatest pet peeve. So I'm definitely interested in sharing quality, and I speak at seminars and try to present this branding aspect of photography.
Well, you certainly show great quality in your work.
Thank you so much.
Yes, I've seen your pieces and they're amazing. And the
Great.
ones we've shown today, the
Thank
same.
you.
Yes.
Thank you.
How can people reach you?
People can reach me through my phone and my website. So my website is my name, SallyUllmanPhotography.com, and I'm available at Gmail that way, and my phone number is 941-301-8926.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Bruce.
Gabe,
Hello.
we've been to your restaurant numerous times. First of all, I think that the ambiance is really great.
Thank you.
Maybe we can show some photos.
Please.
So Gabe, how long has Miguel's been open?
So my father's opened Miguel's in 1983. He originally had a restaurant, which a lot of people have heard of. It's called the Surfrider Restaurant. And he went into the Surfrider Restaurant with three partners, Miguel Romano, which everybody might remember from the In-Between restaurant that was on the Key for a while. And then he eventually moved to Miguel's in 1983. And he's now semi-retired, and there's two sons that have taken it over, my brother Dan Garcia and myself, and we've been there ever since.
So tell us a little bit about the menu.
Okay, yeah. So our menu is it's French based. My father is a Malagueñan from Spain, Costa del Sol. So there's a lot of Spanish nuances, like our garlic soup and a lot of Spanish specials that we do. But the template of the menu is actually continental French, so old school French. We do a lot of tableside. We do Dover sole, we do rack of lamb, we do Chateaubriand, field dishes of duck's great. So it's still old school French, which we're proud of, you know. But you know, we still have a lot of local because we're in beautiful Gulf, so we're doing local fish for nice specials and everything to that. So it's still old school French.
One of the things I love about it is that you serve escargot, which I don't think you find a lot here on the Suncoast. Why escargot, and how did you find these wonderful snails that you serve?
Well, escargot is definitely a classical French thing,
Sure.
and every restaurant that calls them French should have some kind of form of escargot. And you know, and we just do it very simple. We do a garlic butter with it. We do it in the classical casserole dish. Make sure it's hot, nice bread, and then crostini, and it speaks for itself, you know. And nice garlic bread and nice garlic butter and snails. There you go. That's all you need.
Every time we say we're going to Miguel's, the first thing happens to me is my mouth waters. I'm thinking about escargot.
Thank you. Yeah.
So you and your brother, Dan, run the restaurant.
Yes, sir.
How do you divide the responsibilities? I know that you're the chef. How did you work that out?
Well, after I decided to go to culinary school, and I wanted to learn the back of the house. My father was always a front of the house manager, and I felt that you limit yourself if you only know one aspect of the business. And I decided that I wanted to learn the back and go to culinary school. I did the Providence, Rhode Island, Johnson and Wales for 4 years, and then moved back here, and eventually, after a couple of internships, take over Miguel's. So I had the background, and my brother did the front, which he does a very, very good job of it. So that's how it kind of divided up too.
What would you like people to remember about Miguel's?
I think how we market ourselves special is which a lot of mamas and papas restaurants do, and especially us, is we're not that cold corporate cookie cutter kind of restaurant. We are, Dan's always there. I'm always in the back. We got Mr. Smith's drink, Doers on the Rocks, on the bar before he comes in. So we have that friendly, personal, good food, good service, good conversation kind of feel. And that's what we're proud of, and that we keep doing, and that's why we've been around since 1983. So.
And I know of waiters that are with you for 25 years.
Absolutely, yeah. Joe's been with us 20, like you said, 25 years. He's still there, and he's a little bit, he only does his 3 days now, but he's still there. He was there last night, and and he's still cranking it out.
So where are you, and how do people reach you?
Oh, so we're on the beautiful south end of Siesta Key, right in Crescent Plaza, right off Midnight Pass Road. We have a website, www.miguels.net. We also have our business line, which is 941-349-4024, Facebook page, which is linked through the website too. So there's many ways to reach us. So.
And my wife and I will see you there soon.
We're looking forward to it. Thank you, Bruce.
Sure. If you enjoy great theater for an amazing price, you're going to love knowing about our next guest. I've gone to a lot of Broadway shows in New York, and now the tickets can be $700 a ticket. Imagine $18 for a fantastic show. I'm going to introduce you now, once again, to Morgan. Morgan, once again, thank you for being with us.
Hi, Bruce. Happy to be here. Thank you.
Tell us about Players Center.
The Players Center. So this year, we will be celebrating our 90th season in the fall. And we were started back in 1929 by a group of teachers at ODA, which is also the Outdoor Academy,
Right.
who were looking for something activity-wise to do in the community. So during the normal year, there was 8,000 residents of Sarasota at the time. And then during the winter time, another 5,000 came in, and they needed activities, and they were theater-minded, and they decided to start the Players Theater. And fast forward 90 years, here we are.
So I recently saw a spelling bee there, which was great. Fun show.
Thank you. It was a fun show.
It was. How do you select the shows?
So that comes from the inspiration and creativity of our artistic director, who is Jeffrey Kinn. He gets inspiration. He looks for different shows. He thinks of a theme. Each year we do have a theme, and works with a committee. So we have an artistic committee. They review the plays, review the shows, but ultimately it does come down to his decision. And it's based on variables, what's available, have we done the show before, can we get the rights to it, things like that.
We have a clip, actually, of Follies.
Yes.
And also some photographs. Let's see those.
The Wild Broadway series closer is Stephen Sondheim's Follies, a touching and often comical musical about a reunion of performers at a theater soon to be demolished. Flashy and full of great music, call the Players Center at 365-2494 or visit us on the web at theplayers.org. You won't want to miss Follies at The Players.
Those were fun.
They were. It's a great show.
It's really fun, and that's going to be a show we're going to be looking forward to seeing soon.
I can't wait until it opens.
Right. So, are your performers all amateurs?
Great question. Yes and no. Many of our performances are volunteers. Our performers are volunteers. But many of them are retired professionals. So they are they no longer have their equity cards, or they are not active in the theater, but they do like to still perform. So they'll perform on our stage for us, they'll participate in the shows. Then we have a lot of students. So the benefit of that is they are learning from professionals and kind of cutting their teeth on theater arts and going on to other organizations. We treat all of our volunteers as professionals. And for them, it's the passion and the love of being on the stage and the applause that is their payment.
What are the biggest challenges that you face?
Well, our biggest challenge right now is people are thinking that we have moved already. So we have future plans, we have big future plans, but right now we are still in the location that we've been in since 1974. Right on 41 opposite the Municipal Auditorium. And we are going to be there for at least 2 more seasons, at least another season or so. So we're still where we are. We haven't moved.
And where are you moving to?
So we will be moving to new facility. We're in the process of building the performing art, the Players Performing Arts Center, which will be out Fruitville Road, just east of 75 on the left-hand side. Brand new development in waterside communities.
Oh, okay. So I'm looking forward to seeing your new facilities. How many seats will you have in that theater?
It will be a 480 seat theater.
Okay.
We will have a black box theater, which will also seat about 100, 125, and a cabaret theater.
What's a black box theater?
A black box theater it's completely black and allows the creativity of the performers or the artists to explore experimental plays, do readings, do things in a more intimate setting as opposed to doing it on the main stage in a big, large facility.
How can people reach you?
They can reach us on our website, which is theplayers.org. They can follow us on Facebook, and they can call our box office directly at 941-365-2494.
Looking forward to seeing you there.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm an ex-New Yorker, and I know that people in the Northeast think of Florida as Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Palms, whatever, and they don't know too much about the Suncoast, although they're learning about it. Tell us your impressions of how is the Suncoast different from the East Coast? What do you think?
When we decided to move here, we researched many areas of Florida first, because I'm from the Northeast as well. And Sarasota just rang the highest on the list in terms of the arts. For us, if we were making a move to Florida, we were going to make a move to Sarasota because it offered a lot of variety in the arts.
You went to school in the Northeast.
I did.
Okay, and you came back here. I know it's your family's
Too
business.
cold, I can't do it.
Too cold. Okay. How is the Suncoast different from the East Coast?
I grew up here. Sarasota Memorial Hospital, I'm native. I love Sarasota. I just want people to think about, especially Sarasota, as everybody views it as a touristy town, and but we have so much great variety for locals, and we're not just a destination for tourists. We're a great town for people that stay here. We have great variety of food, arts, as Sally said, right. and it's not just a beach and stuff. We live here, and we have great things here, and I love it, and probably will not move, so I'll be here for life.
Great community.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
Morgan, what do you think?
Going back to what Gabe and Sally said, it's a cultural destination and it's a cultural environment, but it's also a community of great giving, philanthropically. It's a wonderful environment to raise a family, to come visit, to come live. I'm also from the Northeast, so not big on the snow, so I love being here. But the options and the variety is unmatched. It's unparalleled.
Yes, and after Hurricane Sandy and a few blizzards, we decided to move here as well.
great decision.
Yes. I'd like to thank you so much for being on our show.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been really fun with you.
Thank you. Love the opportunity.
This is Bruce Stout for Arts, Food, and Fun TV. Thank you for joining us, and please tune in for our next episode.